Next on our list is Adcock Ingram, an interesting company, South Africa's second largest drug maker. 34.6% held by Bidvest, because it got involved in a bit of a tangle about 2 years ago with a Chilean company that actually wanted to buy Adcock out. Market capitalization is only 7.5 billion rands, so a lot smaller. Price to earnings ratio 24.42, dividend yield 2.33%. Sort of in turnaround mode, because in the transition of its shareholder base, there was also a sense perhaps that management had let it drift a little bit. It had a bit of an escapade in India, which didn't go well, so it's really refocused on the local market. But it's got some tremendous brands. It owns things like Myprodol and Panado and Corenza C and stuff like that people take by the bucket load at certain times of the year. So it's really one of those things you'd expect would rebound, but earnings have been pretty muted for quite a long time.
I think, as you put it, after that kind of not necessarily a long period where they were debating which shareholder to go with between
all sorts of crazy bids at very high levels,
very high level, and I think the PIC also, which was a major holder, came in to block the Chilean company, and eventually Mr. Brian Joffrey managed to get it on board.
But get it at a much higher price than it's trading now.
No, certainly, and now that's why they're possibly now considering to say, how do we make this group now run efficiently, where they want to split the businesses into the food services and obviously industrial.
But that's Bidvest's issue. As far as this holding is concerned, people thought, well, Bidvest's going to buy out the minorities. It doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. Let's have a look at the share chart. You can see it's drifted around. It's at around 45, 50 rands a share. It's sort of been there for a good long while now. So what happens next? I mean, operationally, we know that management has been changed. The Bidvest guys put one of their people in, Kevin Wakeford. They've taken him out. The deputy CEO, Andrew Hall, is now running the business. But, what happens? It just gets better, more efficient, solve some of its internal problems, should have a brighter future.
We hope, obviously, all the management issues or the shareholder issues have been bedded, and now they can start refocusing in terms of trying to gain market share, and certainly start bringing in efficiencies to improve, obviously, performance.
Do you guys own this one in your funds?
No, we own Bidvest significantly,
And Bidvest, which means you get them indirectly. Okay, hot or not, that's the question. Look, they look relatively cheap. They've got quite a lot of work to do, but at the same time, all those brands that I mentioned earlier, plus things like BioPlus and Vitathione, I mean, that stuff probably costs 2 cents a bag to make, and you can sell them for whatever you can sell them.
I agree with you. I mean, if you want anything, everybody knows what a Panado is, right? Okay, so that's really what's going on. But I think if you look in terms of what the business has done over the last 1 year or so, or even 3 years, the share price is really battling. The PE, better than obviously Aspen, but still reasonably high. So I would pass on this one.
You're going to pass on this one. Okay, I'm going to go with hot because I think sooner or later this thing's got to catch a wake up.